Good morning, traders. Welcome to today's market review. This is Fred Razak at CMTrading. Today is January 18th, 2018, and today is Thursday morning. So looking at the economic events of the day, looking at the Australian dollar early this morning, we had an employment change. We'll take a look at that. And then later today, 3:30 South African time, building permits coming out of the United States. And lastly, at 6 p.m. South African time, weekly oil inventories. Now, I just want to highlight building permits is not the most important number of the on the spectrum. However, in light of the strength of the US market, it may add some pressure on the upside, okay, which we've had tremendous pressure, okay. We don't need any more pressure necessarily, but it may continue our rally and our surge upwards. So we'll take a look at that a little bit more carefully. But let's see what's been happening in the market. So we're looking here at the Euro USD. You can't see it right now, okay, but over here we had a candlestick that was a shooting star, okay, and that's usually a bearish. You don't see it in the daily. We saw it in the weekly, and it's just looking like it's very faint right now, and it's usually a very bearish indicator, okay, that shows some sort of correctional move. Okay, we went above and almost hit 23. I believe we hit 23, right? And then we retraced below it. So 23 psychologically is an important number, okay, but we broke above the 22, so we may see some retracement in the Euro USD. Remember, we have to look at the Dow Jones to see where it's headed vis-a-vis the USD to see any reactionary move. Looking at the GBP USD as well, we're just slowly, you see this shooting star is a little bit more prominent right here at 39, 139 going back down to 138. Okay, so that's a lot. All right, that's a big correction for the GBP USD. Let's see if we just flatline here, okay, or if we do retrace a little bit further, okay. So that's what I'd be looking for. Looking at the USD ZAR 1230, we're at the bottom of this range. It doesn't seem any sort of strength for the dollar, okay. We just keep on seeing it getting further down and just breaking down here. So this is something you're gonna have to keep an eye on as this continues trading this week. I'd also look at the price of gold to see if gold does bounce back, may add some more pressure for the dollar versus the rand. Rand going to get stronger, okay? So that's something to keep an eye out as well. Aussie USD kind of strong here at 79.90 and retracing just below it, all right? But yet you see it's strong, okay? We saw it early this morning, and you see that we're tackling this resistance level at 79, but ultimately we are getting stronger. USD Japanese yen as well, bouncing off this 110. All right, this was a beautiful trade. Okay, if you did catch it yesterday, congratulations. We mentioned this, that it hit this support level here at 110 for this bounce. Okay, so some strength versus the Japanese yen for the US dollar. Looking at gold retracing here to 1327, didn't break out higher, didn't sustain the rally of 1344. We're slowly just breaking things, and once we broke the 1333 level yesterday, we continued sliding off. Okay, so in a spectrum, okay, we're sliding off, and look at the RSI, we're getting closer to the bottom range, okay, but still resilient. Okay, so I wouldn't say that this is time to shorter, it's going back to 1290 or something like that, but we may see a correctional move. It looks like it's also potentially forming a head and shoulders. This would be the shoulder, this would be the head. If that actually fruites, let's see. Okay, that's what I'd like to look at even at these early stages. Looking at oil retraced a little bit to $64 flat, okay, from 64.75, but still we're in an uptrend. Okay, we're in an uptrend, excuse me, and we're ranging right here. The bottom range is 63.40-ish level, the upper range 64.75. So we're in a decent range. We're right in the middle of that. So let's see if we get some confirmation as a directional move. Looking at the USD CAD yesterday after the rate decision, we had a very volatile moment. As you can see, the spike right here. But let's look at a 4-hour chart, and you see that we're back to where we were. Okay, so the interest rate decision didn't ultimately affect the market, just really spiked the market, so nothing to really write home about. Looking at the Dow Jones, we hit all-time highs yesterday again, okay, 26,000, and we're trading above this 26,000, so let's see if we continue to go up higher. Okay, it's just everything is just so strong. I've never seen something like this before, where we've been so strong. If we look at it right here at the RSI, We've been above the 70 level. Look at that, okay? That's really amazing, all right? That's really momentous, okay? Because it's been almost on the upper range. That shows you how much strength there is in the market, and something that we can see. Even before, we just, we gradually went up. We didn't, loiter above this 70 level for so long. Okay, so that's something to really pay note of. So, if there's going to be a correctional move, it might be fast and furious, and it's something to take a look at. There's definitely so much levels that it can correct. I mean, even if we look at the weekly chart, going back to 25,000, 24,000 even is a tremendous correction for it, but it doesn't seem so. Okay, so let's just keep an eye on this, all right? It may have its final, like if we look in a weekly chart, it may have its final bull run right here at 26.66. But again, let's keep an eye on this and see how this upholds. Nikkei not breaking out higher, okay? Oh, slightly breaking out higher and then selling off. So it's the same story. Can't really get an indication from the Nikkei there. Looking at the DAX, DAX has been very quiet, okay? And this is, again, very, very disconcerting. If we see some sort of correctional move in the Dow, we can continue seeing some correctional move on the DAX as well. So let's take a look at that as this unfolds. This is Fred Razak. I want to wish you guys a great trading day. Thank you.